Hello, dear aquarist. You selected this video about an Oscar Cichlid or Astronotus. For some, a very popular South American cichlid. And of course, this fish has the risk to be infected with a specific parasite. And that's why I have already shown these kind of videos, but I like to repeat because it's interesting to repeat some important issues about certain infections that appear very common in our fish. And here in our cichlid, like Astronotus or Oscar cichlid, we will talk about a Spironucleus infection or Hexamita, which is a parasite that we can find, we can detect by doing a good examination of the fish. Details on diagnosis and prevention and using the correct medications is well explained in my books. They are available in different languages. See the link below. And here I show you the Oscar cichlids in the aquarium. Some of them were becoming skinny and less active, not so actively swimming with the group anymore or separating and becoming, well, weaker over the time. And here we see a picture, like one here, and one is getting skinny there. But it's not always so obvious to see. Usually we see it when it's too late and the fish is already, well, suffering badly, laying on the bottom or exhausted, all those things that can have, well, show that the fish has bad damage. And here I show you what we found in the intestine or in the gut. You see all those little tiny bugs, white little parasites moving in next to the lining of the gut or the wall of the intestine. And that you see already on a small magnification. And this what you see on a higher magnification. And you see those thousands of little parasites that are here escaped from the gut because we flattened it or we squeezed the gut, so we opened to make some holes into this wall. This is also a known fact that those parasites can create holes in the intestine or in the gut and going internal in the organism of the fish, and if it eventually can create damage and weakening. And particularly you will see them in this area. Here we see more. We see them inside the intestine, and here we see them coming in and coming out because then they make lesions. They damage the fish. They damage the microbiome, the gut flora, weakening the fish. And of course, then creating other diseases that can pop up, like a secondary bacterial infections, and sometimes more proneable to get gill flukes. All other diseases can also appear. Here we show it again at a higher magnification. So you have a good idea how this parasite really looks like. And here the fish was still, well, eating and swimming. So we can effectively do a treatment as long as you do it on time before the damage is there and there is losses of the fish. And of course, I recommend metronidazole. I have experience with that medication. There is a similar product available in the market, like Hexamore, but also some other medications you might ask for in your aquarium shop. And I would combine it with an antibacterial medication like pheraltadone or oxytetracycline because there's a high risk of having secondary bacterial infections. Also, in some cases, like here, recommended is raising the temperature to 29, 30 degrees because Spironucleus or Hexamita do not like this kind of high temperatures. So it will reproduce not so fast. But important that you apply a correct treatment. Do not overdose. Some people think, well, I will add a double dose. It will be more effective. Well, it's on the contrary. I have specific videos that on mistakes that aquarists make on treating. So be sure to look at my book and see the right, correct indications how to use a drug or a treatment. At the same time, a fish food can be helpful, can be functional, and I would recommend in this case Dr. Bassleer buy fish food, Lapacho, that helps to repair the fish to become more immune for this parasitic infection. More details on all the diseases in my books on fish diseases. The link is here below. You want to get specific training to become more professional in fish keeping, preventing and diagnosing fish diseases? Go to my Patreon. So I hope this video teaches you something on Oscar Cichlid, and they can get very easily the parasites Spironucleus or Hexamita. I hope this helped you to understand this kind of disease. Thank you for watching and subscribe.